So we got into Oruro, and that's where we are now. And this place is kind of a dive. So we actually got some last-minute train tickets to Uyuni, and that leaves in about 30 minutes. It leaves at 7, and it gets in at 2 in the morning.
How would you describe Oruro?
Well,
we spent like 5 minutes midtown there.
It's kind of, you know, it obviously was a mining town, and it has seen its better days. It's definitely a waypoint. You know, it definitely seems like a point that people go through, not that people are actually enjoying or anything of that nature. Lonely Planet always gives a little bit of a rosy color, even to the worst areas. And sometimes I wish they would just come out with it and say, look, you know, Oruro is a place to go through, not a place to stay. So we're on the train to Uyuni now. It's going to be cold, but we're being warmly welcomed with 90s alternative music. So we've listened to Aerosmith, the Cranberries, No Doubt, and now we got Shania Twain here. So definitely a little nostalgia going on here, even though we're in very foreign land. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get back to singing to Shania Twain.
So we made it to our hotel last night. This little room. It is freezing. And when we came to the hotel, they apparently didn't have any reservations for us, so it took some convincing, and eventually they just brought us up to a room which we don't have a key to, and there's no one downstairs either, and we've got to figure out how to get to a tour of the salt flats today. So we're just going to go out and probably look at the hotels that are near here, see if they have some tour agencies there. How you feeling, honey?
Feeling okay.
How do you like the bathroom here?
It's a archaeological wonder, or architectural wonder. I mean, this is almost like Pumabunko. Seriously.
We've got toilet meets shower halfway.
And we're now about to go on a tour of the salt flats. And Marie's telling me to have a happier, I think is what she says. I'm a little tired, if you don't mind. Uyuni, you know, we pay the fee. We're told that it's going to start at 10:30 and go till 6. It ends up not starting till 11:15, and then we spend 10 minutes at the train graveyard, which I think is a very interesting place. It's where all these old trains from the mining days have just been left over, and they have a lot of character, and it's very interesting. We had 10 minutes there to view the whole graveyard. We then go to this little city where we have to pay to get in through this little gate where we gave some donation of some type, which was really lame, only to go to a gift shop where we spent 20 minutes. We had 20 minutes at this gift shop where they were selling a bunch of trinkets and stuff. And so it was just, you know, not exactly worth the tour.
The thing that's most impressive about it is just the sheer size of it. We drove for probably an hour and a half just to get to the little cactus island that's there, and that's not even in the middle. That's like a third of the way through. So to drive across the entire thing takes hours, you know. So if you look at it on a map, if you look at a map of Bolivia, you can kind of get an idea of the size of it. So it's pretty unbelievable. I didn't enjoy the first part of it, where our first stop was watching the workers dig the salt, and there were just so many tourists taking pictures, so many Jeeps out there. Once we got past that and we started to drive back and stopped a little further away where we were just by ourselves, I mean us and our little group, I think that's when it finally really hit me. You know, that's when that 10 minutes that I spent was when I really enjoyed the salt flats. You know, it's a thing that you'd like to experience in solitude, which is impossible. But at least try to get as far away from all these other tourists as possible.
You know, I have to say that a lot of people were saying you've got to go to the salt flats. It's a must. And we had a great time. Yesterday was phenomenal, but at the same time, it was extremely difficult to get there. It took an overnight train, and then you get there and the weather is just awful. It's just really cold. And the bus ride from Uyuni to Potosi was like a good 6-hour drive, I think. I'm just not sure it was worth it, and you'll probably see in the photos that it is a pretty phenomenal place, unlike anything else I've ever seen, but quite an effort to get there. They're playing these songs everywhere. At least the food's good. And I really enjoy this water fountain behind me as well.
How do you feel about Potosi and the mines?
Well, I haven't seen the mines. The thing about exploring the mines is that the Lonely Planet kind of mentions this, but you're visiting a place that people are living in day in and day out. They're working and living in these mines, and so we're actually probably not going to go visit the mines just because it seems a little odd to us to kind of go and see how awful this type of work is. So this is what Potosi's like at this time of day. Anywhere you go, it seems like these kids are everywhere. It's really fun, actually. They're, for the most part, pretty well behaved and in good spirits. So I like it. Okay, so we actually had a great day in Potosi. It was the only day that we really have here. We may have half a day tomorrow, but this was the main day. And the best town that we've been in Bolivia so far, heads and shoulders above La Paz. The main center is a little bit annoying. You have people that are coming up to you and trying to sell you silver spoons and stupid things like that. But it doesn't take long to walk a few blocks out and get to where school children are going to and from school, and you can walk, you can explore all these different narrow streets, kind of like Italy, similar to that. And so we had a great time today, just walking around the hills of Potosi and photographing doors of people's homes. These doors were all different shapes, colors, mostly were wooden. And so the colors had faded in certain places and taken on new colors, and so it was actually a great photography series that I'm really happy with. And so we got some great photos, but also had really a lot of fun exploring. And I think we're both pretty happy with Potosi so far. I have yet to see many businesses that are providing a good service, and where I'm in an atmosphere where if you look around, everybody's eating good food, they're happy and enjoying life. And sometimes, you know, this whole trip, for instance, every breakfast has been pretty basic, and some of those breakfasts have been just bread, bad coffee. And so it's a real, you know, you almost start to wonder if they have taste buds because it's just, it seems like there isn't any flavor. And so anyway, that was refreshing to me. The food was great, but seeing just a healthy Bolivian business, that's nice. So one last thing about Uyuni that we forgot to mention is the stars and the amazing view. trying not to sell it here, just trying to tell it like it is. But we were really surprised by how clear the sky was at night, and it was the best star gazing that I've ever seen. So that is another attraction for going to Uyuni. I wouldn't say it's worth going there, but it is something that is really spectacular.
I saw a shooting star the second I arrived in Uyuni. I walked out of the cab and I looked up, and it really is. You've never seen this. Okay.